Welcome to the video. My name is Rachel. I think the reptilians definitely control this world, and there's a lot of symbolism and a lot of subliminal messages with all kinds of actors and celebrities, entertainers, in the music industry, in the media. The banking system is a fraud and a scam. The college system we live in is a fraud and a scam. The schooling system we have is a fraud and a scam, because you shouldn't have to sit in class that long and listen to the boringest stuff ever about something you're never going to use. I mean, you were not going to use it that much probably on a lot of stuff. The reptilians, they want to suck the energy from your soul. I do not think that the reptilians can actually suck your actual soul. They could take the energy from it. And I think they can erase your memory somehow. And I think they erase our memory on the moon. And when you die, when you see the white light in the tunnel, that if it feels like it's pulling you in and it feels like it's a tunnel, that's from the moon. And I feel like the light coming from the moon, that's coming from the inside of the moon. Maybe, possibly. But I think when you die and you get sucked up into this white light in this machine on the moon, the reptilians, they trick you and they make themselves look like an angel. That way you're not scared of them. And then they ask you if you want to review your life. And when you do that, that's a soul contract. And when you do a soul contract, they erase the memory from you. And I don't even think they really review your life. You know why? They don't care about your life. They don't care. All they care about is taking the energy from your soul so they can get high from your energy. They get high from your energy, especially when they eat actual live kids and probably babies. I think the younger it is, the more they want to eat it. Ooh, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you my thoughts and opinions about the reptilians. There is a little tiny owl on the $1 bill, and that owl represents the devil. And every year in the Bohemian Grove, in some part in California, the elite members of the Illuminati or of the reptilians, they go to this ritual, and I think they probably do actually kill a live person and possibly eat it or drink its blood. I don't know if that is really true, but I think that probably is true. Probably. Because I'm pretty sure you can all agree with me, there is something not right about the system we live in. Something demonic is controlling this whole world just because so they can get high from our energy. That's messed up. Our lives could be a utopian paradise society. We could have free energy. We could live off of our gardens. We should have, really, we are supposed to be living off of our greenhouses. We're not supposed to be eating meat. You're probably like, ew, why would you say that? I like to eat meat. Okay, go and watch a video of the animal dying, and the energy of its death is in its body, and you're eating the death of its energy. And besides that, the animal has already taken the life force energy of the earth. That's what your body really needs, is the life force energy of the earth. And my eyebrows are always so messed up, I think. I can't ever get them right. But anyways. Oh man, now I forgot what I was saying. I think 9/11 was done by the reptilians. I think the fluoride put in our water and our toothpaste is by the reptilians. Because they want us to suffer, and they want us really messed up in the head. Because they don't want us to survive. They just want to eat our soul and eat us and take over the world. For sure, for sure. I don't want to be eaten by the reptilians. No. I want to like get away from this planet. This planet is so heavily reptilian colonized, and they probably are living underneath the ground. And I think they send their half-breeds of them. Well, reptilians are already half-breeds because they come from the draconians. Let me say that again. The reptilians come from the draconians, and the draconians are very demonic looking. I hear the draconians, they have horns on their head, and they have wings on their back, and they have tails. The reptilians usually don't have a tail. They usually don't have horns on their head. Usually don't have wings. But a lot of times the reptilians do have the skin of the reptilian and the pupil slits of a reptilian, but they don't have the other characteristics like the draconians. So the draconians, I think, somehow I don't know if they mated with people or if they made entities in like test tubes and made half-breeds of human and draconian, creating the reptilian. But then eventually the reptilians, after they were created with the draconians, now the reptilians, they can mate with humans and create offsprings that are half reptilian and half human. But humans are already pretty much very reptilian, but we're not all the way reptilian. If we were all the way reptilian, wouldn't I have scales on my skin? And wouldn't I have slitted pupils? Exactly. So I'm like, me and you, we are part reptilian. Well, I think most of us are mainly human, but our skin sheds a lot like a reptilian. And two or three of my videos, the one, if you scroll down, the one that has everything's all blue, like a blue filter over it, I made like 2 videos with that one. One where I show the actual one that I did, and then one where I show it slowed down. You could see my pupils turned into slits, and my teeth were razor sharp, and even my head turned into 2 heads. Like, just scroll down. Maybe I'll try to make another video of it. But I had 2 heads. I wish I would have showed it longer. I didn't show it very long. I showed the other stuff long, but not that picture very long. But it's very interesting because it shows the 2 heads of me, right? Like, here's a head here and here's a head here, right? But I did not do that. I did not do that in my editing. It did that on its own. And I think it's because somehow I was able to tap into some type of paranormal thing with the computer, because reptilians are able to tap into electronic things. Not only reptilians, but I think other types of entities can also tap into electronic devices, kind of like possessing it or something like that, and doing weird, strange modifications to things that are really kind of unexplainable, because I think the internet, in a way that is kind of another dimension in itself, because there's so much information on the internet, and that's other dimensions kind of are like information in their own way, that you can't see it with the naked eye. Kind of like energy that's in the air. Like, you can't see the radiation in the air, but yet I could feel the radiation from the cell phone towers and everything. I could feel the radiation all around me for the most of the time. Now, if I would put more of these orgonite things up, which I'm going to make more videos of me doing that, if I would make more of these orgonite things, that would probably help neutralize some of that radiation in the air. And I think humans we are definitely some type of experiment to these reptilians. That's what they see us as, a food source for them, an experiment. That's pretty messed up, right? I don't want to be no food source or experiment for the reptilians just so they can get high off of eating our energy. That's so messed up. But I seen an actual lady in Knoxville, Tennessee, where she had slitted pupils, and her eyes was sort of kind of like my eye color with the green, but you know how like my eyes has like the yellow, like hazel eyes, like a yellowish, brownish yellowish around the pupil. Well, hers was like totally green, and they had this slit on the pupil. And I asked her about it. I said, "Are those your real eyes?" And she said, "Yes, these are my real eyes. I was born like this." And she got all mad, like, eh. I was thinking, like, okay, I'm not trying to offend you. Why does it look thicker there? I wasn't trying to offend her, but her pupils was very interesting to look at. And her nose kind of felt, it had a reptilian vibe to her nose as well. Her nose looked slightly larger than what I thought it should look like on her. Like, it just, something seemed weird about her. And that was in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I actually thought her eyes looked pretty cool. They weren't scary to me, but I told this one guy named Enoch about her pupils, the slits in her pupils. And that's when he handed me one of David Icke's books, and he said, "I think you should read this book." And he said it with all seriousness. And then I read that whole book. For sure. I read the whole book. Now, I'm not going to say I remember every little detail from the book, but I get what David Icke is saying, and I understand what he's saying, and I could definitely feel it because I have a high amount of intuition. I'm a master number 11, master life path number 11, which goes by your birth date, but I could definitely tell I've got a lot of intuition, and maybe that's my purpose or my calling. Maybe I'm supposed to use my intuition about the weird stuff that's going on about the world and try to bring about a type of utopian heaven society to the world, because this world needs a lot of help. This world needs a lot of help. If these reptilians are eating people and consuming the energy from my soul on the moon, this world needs so much help. It's crazy. And pretty soon, I mean, more and more businesses are going to go out of business. So, if more places, not just like Toys R Us, a lot of other places, if they're going to go out of business, don't you think we all should be trying to create a whole new way of life to accommodate for the change of the way the world is? Yeah. We shouldn't be eating meat. Now, maybe the cavemen, they probably used to eat meat. But the reptilians, they know we're not supposed to eat it. They know it. But they're like, yeah, come eat at Arby's and eat this roast beef. Come eat this fried chicken. They just want us to eat a lot of meat because they want us to be jacked up. They want us to die quickly. I think if you eat meat, your cancer rate is going to go sky high. Your intestines are going to be effed. Your life expectancy is going to lower by eating meat. That's for sure. And, I mean, we don't have sharp teeth. We have teeth. Our teeth are for eating plants and veggies and fruits, not meat. And the way they treat the people that work at the meat places is terrible. And the reptilians know that. Do they care? No. They probably think it's funny. Why? Because the reptilians are cuckoo. The reptilians are bent on controlling the world just so they can, like, eat our energy and get high. Now that is some crazy bull. We need to all help save the world. And one way we could do it is by having off-grid houses so we don't have to use... We need to get off this system. This system is so evil. It's unbelievable. Our healthcare... I live in America, okay? Our healthcare system is terrible. you have to pay a lot of money for like almost anything you want to do. That's why I'm afraid to go to the doctor, because I'm afraid it's going to cost me like an arm and a leg. So I guess if I have an illness, I guess I'll just die. Isn't that great? It's great. Why do I have to live in freaking America? Just my luck, right? While the other places get the free healthcare. But guess who's probably paying for it? Probably us in America. I wouldn't be surprised. Because the reptilians probably see America as a place that they definitely probably don't care about. Why do you think here in America we've got the fluoride in our toothpaste and in our water? Probably from the reptilians. Because they're trying to poison us, but they're trying to do it sneaky behind our backs to where we don't realize what's going on. Unless if you're smart and you wake up and you're like, oh, snap. Maybe I should do something to save my life. Really? You think?